All right, everybody. Hey, it's Big Daddy. And I'll tell you, Big Daddy and Friends has an incredible, great, humbled honor today. And the reason why is because not only am I interviewing the man, the NFL insider, but also a close friend of mine who has been there for me since day one, since we met, and has supported me, my brother Jimmy, and so many. I mean, this could be, I don't know, a thank you, thank you, half hour. It could be 5 hours. I don't even know if we can get it all in. But let me say this: our guest today is the one and only ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. And Adam, welcome to Big Daddy and Friends.
Well, it's an honor to be on with Big Daddy and Friends, and you've come a long way to have your own little podcast, stream service, whatever we're calling this broadcast here today, Big Daddy. But this is something I think you were born to do, and it's an honor to be with you.
Well, thank you. And the one thing that this is like, we're sitting in your backyard, the dogs are all around us, and we're hanging out. So it's like, but we're doing it via Zoom. So anyway. We first met, and I had to think about this for a minute because seems like probably 15, 20 years ago. I don't even know. We met at the Pro Bowl in Hawaii.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, we were at the Iolani bar down by the pool, and all of a sudden, hey, here's two Long Island guys. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? And then it just kind of took off. It had its natural progression. There was nothing fake about it. And, we became tight, and here we are. Now, here I have the great honor of interviewing you. I mean, like, wow,
It's nice to be on the other side, and it'll be nice to be at the Iolani this week. I'll say that. That was about 15 years ago, roughly. And a lot has gone on in life, personally, professionally. But here we are today, and it's an honor to be with you.
Well, thank you. So much has happened this year. I mean, it's, we're living in such a different world right now, obviously through the coronavirus and COVID and all that. And I'm sure it's made your job 100 times harder.
Actually, it hasn't changed my job one bit. My job is still the same job. My job is to be accountable and responsible for NFL information and news on a daily basis for ESPN. Mm-hmm. My job is to do the Adam Schefter podcast. I do the podcast from home. I do the shots for ESPN SportsCenter for Sunday Countdown at home. So my job hasn't changed. It's just that whereas in other years I'd be going to Tampa this week, I would have been traveling to Monday night games to do Monday night count. None of that existed. I had not spent a single night away from my house in a year since the Combine last year. And obviously won't be going to the Combine this year. So no travel, but same job. Same job, just done in this office, in this chair, on this phone, with the laptop in front of me. I mean, it's the same job.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say about all that. And the same thing for me. Obviously, I have an insurance business that I've grown over the 25 years that I've been doing it. And it's been because I've been everywhere. I've been at games. You'll see me somewhere. We run into each other. There's no Senior Bowl this week. I mean, there is a Senior Bowl, but it's not the same thing. I would be at the Pro Bowl right now, and, there's not that. And then next week, if the Bills had won, obviously I would have been in Tampa, to support my brother. But now I have no reason to be down there whatsoever, and I'm not planning on going. What am I going to do?
Well, my office called and they said, what are your thoughts on going? And I said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. You want me to go? I'll go. You want me to stay home? I'll stay home. You tell me what you need and what you want. And they said, we want to bring a small crowd. Just stay home and do the shows from your house. I'm like, okay, so here I am. Yeah. And it's the first time in about 28 years that I'm not going to the Super Bowl. So it's again, just it's different. It's weird, but I still have the same job. I'll have to do the shows. I have to do my podcast. I have to do everything just from my house. That's all.
Yeah. And I've learned to do that too. Even with this thing, it's been something that I've admired watching you and everybody else do. And then all of a sudden I get asked to do it. And I was like, kind of like, I don't, but I've learned to appreciate it. I've learned to, do research and look up things and learn about people, even though most of the people that have been on are people that I have relationships with. And, it's been a lot of fun because we laugh it up and yuck it up. And the one thing I have to say about you, I really learned, years ago when you were at NFL Network, I learned to appreciate how hard you work, because I remember you would get on a plane, go all the way to LA, go for whatever, 1 day, 2 days, or whatever it was, and then turn around and come back.
Yeah.
And then have to go back again. And I'm like, I thought I flew a lot. I was like, Adam's got me beat.
I hope I get to use those frequent flyer miles one day. I don't know that well. I'm just not anytime soon.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, man. And I guess the best blessing was, going to ESPN, because then you're here on our coast, and it's a lot easier and whatnot. But so, obviously, a lot of people know who you are. You have an enormous fan base, and I've got some people that have sent me. I don't answer. I don't take all the questions in, but I will take one or two, because people want to know. People are watching, people are listening. So, one of the questions: who do you think the first quarterback you think will be traded?
Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
Because, again, it's out there. He wants to move on. They want to move on. They can't process the trade officially till the middle of March, till the start of the new league year. But they could agree to trade. Teams are already calling. And if teams are calling and talks are underway, the Texans aren't at the point. They think they can get Deshaun Watson back. They think he's going to be a Texan quarterback. I don't think he thinks that. So you have to see where that goes. So it's not Deshaun Watson. I don't know that Carson Wentz is getting traded anytime soon, if at all, even if he would want to be moved. So who are the other trade candidates right now? And again, you can't officially make trades to the middle of March anyway, whereas the Lions are actively listening and shopping him. So Stafford's going to be the first one.
Got it. It's funny because you have this, and you also have this great quarterback class that, is coming out, and, everybody's talking Trevor Lawrence, but besides Trevor Lawrence, what do you feel about the other quarterbacks that are coming out?
Well, Zach Wilson's supposed to be fantastic. Justin Fields is supposed to be fantastic. Trey Lance has a real chance to be a really good player. Mac Jones, Zach Jones, they kind of blend together. I'm not in draft mode just yet. Todd McShay and Mel Kiper live in that world. I'm in the Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson, Super Bowl, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes world right now.
Yeah.
We get to the draft sometime after free agency. But look, this is supposed to be a very good quarterback class. And we know Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number one pick. And those other guys, I think, are really talented. And it's just a question of where they wind up going and what they do once they get to wherever they're drafted.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. My biggest thing, and I've been paying attention to it quite a bit, is, the Dak Prescott thing.
Yeah, that's out there too.
Yeah.
But Big Daddy, we go through this. I mean, look, here, I can give you a list of names, right? So when you look at it, just as an example, of all the names and the quarterbacks that have some questions surrounding them this offseason, and there are a ton, okay? It's, 1 second. Sorry about this.
No worries.
But, okay. Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers. I know he says, okay, he expects to be back, but I'm not convinced that thing is just fully he's back and that's it. Happily ever after. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, that'd be good. Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo, Cam Newton, Teddy Bridgewater, Mitchell Trubisky, Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Alex Smith, Ben Roethlisberger, Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor. A lot of quarterbacks, right?
A lot of quarterbacks.
Derek Carr.
Now you know who I interviewed the other day was one of my former college teammates, is Scott Zolak.
Yep.
And whenever you get a chance, if you watch the interview without me giving it away, listen to the part where he gets into who the Patriots need to bring in. I was kind of shocked when he said the name, but
who did he say? I'll go watch it.
Okay. He said bring Garofalo back.
Well, that's people have talked about that. I mean, that's,
I that kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't. I didn't know what he was thinking and where he would come with that. But that's how he felt, and he really got into explaining what he thought the situation was when Brady was there and why Brady left and whatnot. And he tells it his version of the whole thing, being in the mix up there. And I told him, I said, well, I like what Belichick said, that if we need a quarterback, Zolak's arm's there. He goes, but one of the reporters said, yeah, but that's a dead arm, man. You got to warm it up.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah. Well, whether it's Scott Zolak or Jimmy Garoppolo or Cam Newton, the Patriots are obviously trying to figure out what's best for them going forward. Yeah,
exactly. So, one of the things that we've had the good fortune of and sharing a laugh at the same time is how, when you broke the story about how I was crazy enough to get Dino to fly to Indianapolis with all that pizza from Umberto so that we would not miss our Friday tradition. You know how many times that's been sent to me, and it's funny how people say, Big Daddy, you still eat Umberto's pizza? I'm like, well, no, I've been kind of pushing away a little bit from all pizza. I've gotten into this big health kick, and I haven't even told you, I'm down 71 pounds.
What? Oh, wow. That's
71.
How do you lose 71?
What's that?
How do you lose 71 pounds?
I've been getting into the gym every morning at 6:15, and I'm doing the stair mill for 30 minutes.
Yep.
And my diet has totally changed. I've revamped and added protein. I'm using our friend Bill Romanowski's Lean One line.
Yeah, Romo's. Yeah.
I have that. That's on auto delivery. It gets to me all the time. And
you like it, and you like it, huh?
Yeah, I really. You know what? It's a shake that you can make with water, and it tastes good. It's not like these things where you drink it. It's like drinking, cough syrup or something like that. So between that, the diet, and really being in tune with getting on the, I watch you, man. I see you get on the elliptical, and you got your phone in your hand. You got you're doing the elliptical every morning, and so I got into doing it at a half hour all the way up to an hour. And now the new challenge is the stair mill. So I'm on that thing. And that thing, you either have to walk or you fall off it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that a half hour every morning. Yeah.
That's
so
good for you. Well, you're to be congratulated on 71 pounds. That's outstanding.
Thank you. It's funny when the guy says, go over to the dumbbell rack and pick up two 35-pound weights. All right. So dumbbells, I pick them up. He goes, that's what you lost. He goes, think about that. You were carrying that.
Wow.
I said, yeah, that's why my back and knees hurt. Now I feel a lot better. I don't need help getting off the couch, So so that's been a battle, and but a very positive one. So
good. Keep it going.
Yeah, I'm on it, man. I'm addicted to it. So and it's funny. I had a conversation with Pete Koch. You remember Pete, the Swede?
Yeah.
Bengals first-round pick. He's from my hometown, high school and everything, and then he went to Maryland as well. And he's a big dietitian, big fitness guy. So we just actually got off the phone before talking about all that. So I'm really trying to focus and educate myself on that whole thing.
Good for you.
Yeah, I got to stay. I got to stay alive. I've been too close the other time, so they haven't. Knock on wood, they haven't taken me yet. So I guess I'm supposed to still be here. But anyway, so one of the fun things that we do on the show is I end up asking our guests to ask me a question.
Right.
And so feel free to ask. I mean, you know me pretty much inside out, but you can ask anything you want. And
I guess I would ask, what do you miss most in your changed diet regimen that enabled you to lose 71 pounds? What food do you miss that you cut out of your diet?
Well, there's a couple of them. I definitely miss the bagels. I miss. I'm a fan of get me some lox, some cream cheese, scallions, and everything, and put it on a everything bagel. Haven't had one in about 7 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss, the obviously the pizza and the pasta. And the one thing that I've done is I can go somewhere, eliminate food, replace it with something cleaner. But
like what?
I'll have salmon with like spinach. I can have chicken with with mushrooms. I'm a big now, and it's funny. I would never. I'm a big couscous guy. I love hummus.
Hummus is outstanding. Yep.
Yeah, I have that almost with every meal. Cauliflower rice, I become really fond of, and I make it myself sometimes. I buy it and make it. So it's been a whole transition, but a positive one. I'm adding a lot of different things to my life as well to enhance it and also to be healthier.
Well, that's good for you. You deserve credit for that, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I listen. A lot of people say to you, "What's wrong with you, Big Daddy?" I had coronavirus. Obviously, you knew, and that started the whole weight loss process, and I just kind of stuck with it.
Well, and once you start doing it, right, it just changes your life, and it's hard to go back the other way.
Yeah, it's been and it's been funny to. Our boy Bill Wynn and Vinny and those guys would be freaking out right now because I'd have to take all those suits back to get them altered, or tailored. I mean, that's not a bad problem, but, I'm sure they would drive them nuts, trying to figure out that whole, change of sizes. And I would probably end up sneaking out some other suits because I would say, hey, I need these to fit right, especially doing TV. But anyway, Adam, I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I'm so honored to have you on, and to everyone that's watching and listening, obviously, check out the Adam Schefter podcast. Check Adam out. I think Adam's on every show on ESPN. I think you do get like an hour break. I don't even know anymore. I'm like, I see you on all the time and everything you got going on in the league. So many people entrust you and rely on you. And, my brother Jimmy and I have always been big fans, still are. And, there may be a change for him real soon. Hopefully, we're keeping our fingers crossed. And lastly, I did share something with someone that asked me this one question. I told them, the person that gave me probably my biggest break media-wise is Adam Schefter, because you were kind enough to have me be featured on NFL Network years ago. And, thank you for that. The only thing that came out negative of that thing is everybody thought I owned my own jet, which I do not own my own jet. But that was really cool.
You're big time, but you're not that big time.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's funny. I was at Rayo's yesterday, and Dino and I took a picture of me holding his meatballs, and one of the coaches from the Giants said, now you're big time when you're eating lunch at Rayo's. Not when you can't get in for dinner, but you're eating lunch there. I'm like, no, I just did a quick little pickup and took off.
That's funny.
So, but anyway, Adam, once again, thank you for being on, and please tell everybody at home that I send my love and best. And
thank you, Big Daddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate all that you are. Continue to be well, stay safe, and congratulations on all that weight loss. That's outstanding.
Thank you. I'm trying to lose another 25 to 35. It's so I'm changing up things to even get through that plateau and keep it going. So
good for you. Well, 100 pounds would be quite a milestone.
Yeah, it would be. I'm working at it. So again, to everyone out there, make sure you listen, you watch Big Daddy and Friends, because we're going to have some great guests on. We're going to tell some great stories, and we're going to laugh it up. So until next time, I'll see everyone real soon. And Adam, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Big Daddy. Be well.